In this video, we're going to have a look at how to upload images to the competition portal for Chorley Photographic Society. So we use this when we enter internal competitions, maybe enter images into our critique group or things like that. So the competition portal is relatively important to our life in Chorley Photographic Society. So I just want to run you through how to upload images to the portal, how to get them ready for further competitions in the portal. I'm not going to talk about resizing images. We're working on the principle that you've already resized your images. If you need to know how to resize an image, then there's a YouTube video here that you can go and have a look at, and that will show you how to resize images ready for competitions. So first thing we're going to do is we're here in the CPS webpage, and we're just going to nip along the top menu bar to competitions and then competition portal. That will open up the competition portal system, and the first thing we need to do is just log into that system. I'll just get rid of that, sorry about that. So the first thing you'll see is it will show the current open competition. So we've got a critique group that's open, and we have the second print competition. So this is the one I'm going to enter now. I've got my images ready, and I'm just going to zip along to the end where it says enter competition. But before I do that, we can see here straight away when the competition opened. It was opened back in October. It closes in November, which is oh yes, that's tomorrow. So quite interesting that here we are, day before the competition closed, and I'm just getting my images ready, and then when it's judged, which is a week or so away. Now there normally is a week between judging and submission, and that just gives us time to organise the entries, particularly with prints, where there's quite a lot of prints to sort out and get them registered on the system, etc., so we can run the competition. But also quite a lot of time the judges would like to take a view of some of those prints, or particularly the PDIs ahead of the competition. So we sometimes have to get the images down to the judges so they can have a quick look through the images before they actually judge them on the evening. More experienced judges will judge them cold, as we call it, where they just turn up and judge the images, and others want to see the images beforehand so they can have a bit of a think and consider, and maybe make some notes if that's appropriate. So looking at the competition page itself, we've got all the details of the competition at the top, any basic rules that we have, who the judge is. So the judge for this one's Phil Charnock, very experienced judge, and then below just there's never a fee for entering an internal competition, so don't worry about that. Just a note, we are limited to 40 characters with our image titles, and that because this is a print competition, the process is exactly the same for PDI, but because this is a print, we do have to print labels, and I'll show you how to do that in a few minutes, and then we'll stick them on the back of the mount board. So we're going to come down here. We're going to select a category. There only is one category in the club at the moment, and that's A section, and that's open. If you're in B section or C section, that will show you your section. I'm in A, and then we give our first image a title. And my first image is called Flip, so I shall just pop that in there, and I shall add that to my entry, and that will appear down the bottom there. So we can see I've got an image called Flip, and it's print and PDI, and it hasn't been uploaded yet. I just do the same for the second image, which is Rebecca. So just type it in there, and away we go, and that will just pop up as well. And then my third image is called where Eddie. I've just got them cached in that little list, but I would just type it in there and add that to the entry. So there we go, I've got my 3 entries sat there. Now potentially that's me done. For a print competition, which is what this is, for a PDI you've absolutely got to upload your images, otherwise we've got nothing to judge. For print, we would like you to upload your images, and the reason is because that makes it much easier to when we publish the results, that we can give a slideshow of some of the entries because we've got the images, and also should we want to start thinking about using some of the better images for external competition, we have access to them on the site. Obviously we'll speak to you before they get used anyway. But anyway, so here we go. We've got our first image here, and we're just going to click this button here that says upload a file. I have my 3 images. Here we are on my desktop. I'm just going to click the one that relates to and open. In it goes. And then my second one, which is Rebecca, in she goes. And then my final one, which is called Flip, in it goes. There we go. So there's our three images, all sat there ready to go. And what I can do now is I can just on digital images, because I've got them sat there, I can click this button here on the left hand side that says check my entry. And what that's going to do is it's just going to look at your images and make sure that they are appropriately sized for the club competition. So my first one here, I've got a warning, and that's because my size is a little bit smaller than they would like. I've got a 1200 by 851. That's actually okay. I'm happy with that. My second one is the same. It's okay, but it does fit in with the box, and this one's actually perfectly sized. So I'm going to return to the competition page. If there was a big error, then that would be a problem. And there you can see my three images sat there. Next thing I'm going to do is I am going to hit the button that says finalize my entry. And that's really important. You must press this button. If you do not, then your images will not be entered into the competition. So you've got to finalize your entry. So we'll hit that button there, and it says, thank you, you finalized your entry. Now, I will get an email in a few minutes to tell me that that's happened. If you don't get an email, come back to this page and have a look. There it is. There's that email that's just come in there. I'll go away in a second. Off you go, little screen. It's not. Anyway, oh, it's gone. There we go. So if I need to change it, I can revise my entry there. The final thing I need to do with a print competition, if this was a PDI competition, that's it. We're finished. The images are in. They're ready now to go off to the competition and be judged. But because this is a print competition, we've got one more step to do. And that's to print some labels, because what we need to do is print our labels and print them onto stickers, and then put those stickers on the back of our prints, so that when they go into the competition, we've got the barcode, we can scan them, we know which images they are, we can score them really quickly. There's two formats of print labels here. There's 2x4 and 4x7. You can buy those at most stationaries or online from a variety of resellers. And just pick whichever one you want to do. Now, what I do, I tend to do is I will buy the sheets of a full A4 sticker and just print them out, and then I'll cut them out myself. But when you click that button, you get your stickers there, and you can just send those straight to your printer. There we go. I just send that to print, and then that's that entry all done. You probably won't be able to hear it, but the printer has started in the background, and that's coming out. Close that screen. Back to here, and actually that's all I need to do. So, oh, there's one more step. I am sorry. We need to print a report. So this is this little piece of paper here shows us. This is just for help administration, and I will just print that out as well. Print. And that just needs to be included with your prints when you pop them in the box at the club, just so that they can be marked off by the competition secretary. And that's it. That's my prints all entered. If I go back to the home page, I will see now I've got 3 entries into that competition, and we're ready to go. So, yep. Thank you very much. The next stage really is the judging. Nothing much to say about that at this time, but we need obviously to prepare our images for the competition in terms of getting the print ready. And if you're unsure how to mount a print and to cut mount board, then there'll be another video which we'll be able to sort of look at and hopefully learn how to mount your images quite well. Thanks for watching.